Hello everyone, and welcome to our Let's Play of No Man's Sky. I'm going to be playing this pretty much blind. I'm not entirely blind. I have played a couple of starting runs just to get my feet wet, so I don't do, something totally stupid. It's bound to happen, right? So this way we start off pretty much optimally. After about the first planet, though, I'm going to be going in totally blind. But the first planet is going to be kind of my tutorial on how you start out. Not necessarily an ideal start out, but definitely a pleasant start out. So far, what I've played this, I have really enjoyed it. I mean, it's mostly... What is No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky is a walking sim. I mean, you could argue that, but I think it's a science fiction action sim above and beyond almost anything else. Can you mine? Yes, but this is not Minecraft. Can you build? No. If you want to build, you can build in like Starbound or in Minecraft or Terraria, or if you want to do a 3D building game, there's Ark Evolved. I mean, there's a bunch of other 3D building games you can do. This is a space simulation walking game. The basic plot is that we have this thing over here that apparently we crashed into with our ship. So we look at the debris here with the distress beacon, and there's this red ball, and the ball basically says, do you want to follow the path, or do you not? Basically, do you want to do the story, or do you just want to free roam? We're going to accept the story and just go with it. The story is basically, I want to get to the center of the galaxy, and that will offer promises of power or whatever. And so we're just going to go ahead and accept that. Otherwise, we just bounce across the stores randomly. This way, we have a direction to go if we want to go there. Okay, so that's the beginning of the story right there, is our ship crashed trying to find this distress pod, and the distress pod says, hey, dude, you want to go roam the galaxy in a particular direction? You say, sure, why not? So we're going to go around and pick up a bunch of stuff here. I'm not going to explain necessarily everything we pick up, but I mean, we're going to have a bunch of time for it. So shielding shards. What do shielding shards do? So hazard protection protects us from the extreme environments. Life support protects us against everything. Apparently we can't breathe any of the air on any of these worlds, so that's what the life support does, is it lets us breathe. Very important. Breathing is good. Hazard protection protects us against the big dangers like radiation, toxic environments, too hot, too cold, no air at all. That's hazard protection. That'll protect against that. And shielding charge will recharge hazard protection. Hazard protection can go down fast or slow depending on how extreme the environment is. This environment looks pretty freaking cold. Negative 66 Celsius. That's 66 degrees below the freezing point of water. Not exactly your typical balmy day. Nevertheless, we seem to have a lot of flora and fauna who have adapted to this. Looks like pine trees, which is pretty on point, I think. Okay, so this is Thaumium 9. This is a little bit jumping the gun, actually, to have this much Thaumium 9 just around. So we'll go and grab this. Thaumium 9 is used for our pulse engine. Pulse engine used in mostly in space. Also a variation of the warp drive. Basically to help move around space and a lot faster. So we'll pick up as much Thaumium 9 as we can possibly carry. We do have a mining gun. The mining gun can mine pretty much anything here. Like if I mine this for iron, iron is good. We need iron for a couple of our repairs. You might have seen parts of the multi-tool and parts of the ship are broken. This is broken. We need iridium. Iron makes carite sheets. Then we need zinc. We need carite sheets for that, so just lots more iron. Okay. And for the multi-tool, to fix the scanner, we need carbon and iron. Well, iron's going to be simple. Carbon's going to be super simple. Carbon is everywhere. Carbon's in trees. Carbon's in, well, fauna. I mean, any flora, any fauna pretty much is going to let us do carbon. Now, we don't want to... Shit. I was going to say we don't want to hit too many of these, because then we'll get the Sentinel's attention, and that would be bad. The Sentinels aren't too difficult at wanted level 1 and 2. You do not want to get them to 3 and 4, okay? Do not want. Okay, so he's going to... So his symbol is red there. That probably means he's going to attack us. Yeah, he's totally going to attack us. Okay, let's attack him first. He did get off an alert, though. So chances are we're going to have more people. Yep, more coming in. We do not want these guys to gang up on us. So they need to die pretty soon before they can call in more help. Now, unfortunately, we only have the mining laser. That is a problem. Mining lasers is not the most effective way to take these guys out. Fortunately, they're giving us titanium. Titanium's important. We were almost out of health there. That's okay, though. We lived. And that should have decreased our... Yeah, there we go. Sentinel Force deactivated because we took them all out before they managed to call in help. Okay, great. So, actually, taking out Sentinels early can be really useful for you. For 2 reasons. One, we need the titanium, because that can recharge our hazard protection if we don't have any shielding shards. Shielding shards are just random loot. No guarantee we're going to find them. At 50%, it's totally viable to take a shielding charge. That'll make us take it right away. Oh, shit. Well, negative 75 at night, that's really bad. Okay, another good reason to take out the Sentinels early is they drop stuff. These little barrels, they drop from the Sentinels. This could have a bunch of good stuff for us, like neutrino module, which is really good for trade. Also good for a couple of crafting. We'll wait for the achievement notification to go away. Which is basically what this is. Every time it says, we destroyed 7, or was it 7? No, it must have been just 5. Thought it was 7. Might have been just 5. Okay, good. We got a damage radius plasma launcher companion unit. Anytime it says companion unit, that means you need the primary unit first. So we need an actual plasma launcher to make use of this. But still, having this is good. We need this to be able to do some stuff. We'll pick up this other one. What do you got here? Okay. Bolt caster companion unit. We do need a bolt caster. We do have the technology for that, but it needs plutonium, which is around here somewhere, I am sure. Pick up some zinc, because we need zinc. And we got ourselves plasma launcher companion unit again. Okay, so we just get the companion units, no actual plasma launcher itself, huh? Alright, let's pop some iron here. Nice thing you need to make sure you do is you do like short controlled bursts. And the reason for that is that otherwise it overheats. Now the nice thing about the overheat mechanic is that you just need to let go for a second. Like even a half second will do. And you notice it instantly resets to the bottom of the marker there. So you don't have to worry about waiting for the whole cooldown to go. That might be a bug. Hopefully it's not. So okay, we need more carbon because our mining laser is almost out. So I'm going to go ahead and grab carbon from this tree. And then recharge our mining laser. Over in our multi-tool here. And yeah, grab carbon. There we go. And now we can fix our analysis visor. And we can repair our scanner. So what do those do? Scanner, I can pulse. Okay, so the little blue icon there, that indicates they're looking at me to see if I have a 1 level. I don't. They're also looking at me so that if I mine while they're looking at me, that's 1 step too far. And they will try to take me out again. So, you know, just behave when they're like that. So, C lets me pulse. Pulse is scanning. Lets me see a bunch of stuff on the map. There's a certain limit to how far it goes, but you can extend that limit with modifications. But at least this way we can see where we're going. Where we usually want to go is towards those question marks. Question marks are kind of like mini objectives. Places we need to go, places of interest. Yeah, it's going to be super cold here at night, so we're going to make sure... Well, we need a lot of zinc. Oh, we just got hit by something. What do you get hit by? Oh, this thing. This thing seems to be on every freaking starter planet. So, one thing we have with the analysis visor is we can hit F, and then we can examine this. Oh, come on, you know you want to. Am I too close to it? Is it not going to examine it? Or I can't get a clear shot at it for whatever reason. Come on, man. You know it's here. You know it's here. I know it's here. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so once I've examined it, then I can go to my Discoveries tab here, and there it is. So that's the thing. So now I can rename it, and I can call it like the Subtle Vine, and now I know it'll attack. And now that automatically got uploaded. I can upload these two. I should probably rename them before I upload them, though. We name the planet something a little bit more pronounceable, like maybe Nak Yoke. I like that a lot. And we can rename the system too, since we're in the system. Odot. I like Odot. Nice, simple name. Alright, we'll go and grab some more iron. Because we need more iron to fix our ship, right? Because we need it to make the craft items. We also need more carbon to make sure that our mining laser stays where it is. I mean, more plutonium would be better. Plutonium is going to be found inside caves. Mostly... we don't see any caves here. Alright. Well, then we'll keep going. Alright, we're at 25% already. Now, there is a shield there. That shield will help us. Let's see what this guy does. Let's examine you and see what you say. You're a passive herbivore. Okay, so as long as I don't touch you, we're totally fine. Alright, gotcha. The shield there will recharge our thermal, I believe. Nope, totally didn't. Recharge our other shields, our fighting shields. Okay, that's not nearly as useful. There is a health bar there. I don't think the health will actually increase our shields at all. If not, then we'll start taking some serious damage once our protection goes away. Health at maximum. Okay, this is just platinum. I mean, platinum's good. Platinum's a good thing to sell early on in the game. If you can find a good source of it, you should grab all of it. But chances are we're not going to find a very good source of it initially. Okay, we learned the Viking word for interloper. Good to know. Carbon isotope there. There's something yellow there. Yellow can usually be used to charge our thermal protection, which we will need. Or we could try ducking into some kind of cover. We don't have any cover right now. Might be able to make cover. Zinc will be able to get us to recharge our thermal protection, though, which we should do post-haste. Okay, here we go. Or titanium. That actually works great. I'll take titanium. Okay, good. And I think that's a block of plutonium. Yes, it is, which we need. Thank you. Oh, hostiles approach. Ah, Shazbot. I'm guessing they ran right in front of my laser as I was mining. Usually they're not this aggressive. We did at least get titanium from the guy as he dropped, though, so that's something. Okay. And then where'd his... There's his barrel. Okay, we'll grab his barrel, too. My inventory's full. Sorry, we should be close enough that we can just transport this stuff to the ship. Anything I'm full on? Okay, I don't have anything else full. So what do you got for me? Another neutrino module. Okay. I mean, that could be good. As far as I know, they stack. They don't stack? Oh, that's horrible. They don't stack. Okay, I thought Trig Good stacked. That could be really bad. Okay. I mean, that means that'll just take up valuable space. Alright, well, we'll keep heading towards the question mark. Essentially, I mean, our ship's broken right now. We can fix our ship pretty easily. I mean, all we need is a bunch of iron, which is pretty much anywhere. Most of the rock formations you see around you are made of iron. Not right now. Right now, this is just a regular old mountain terrain. But anytime you see, like, rock protrusions, those are usually going to be made out of iron, even if they're not marked by the scanner. And then, of course, most trees are going to be made out of carbon. The tricky ones are titanium and zinc, at least in the initial world. Initial world might not necessarily have big deposits of those. You will see the flowers of zinc, that one of those we just picked up. That's usually about it. Usually just need to find a good selection of flowers. Fortunately, we don't need that much zinc. We need a little bit of zinc to make some stuff work, but otherwise we're pretty okay. I picked a bad spot to go here. This is just a mountainous range. There are some caverns, it looks like. No, no caverns, just valleys. Okay. We can go into a cavern, we can pick up a lot of plutonium. Seems to be all caverns are good for in the starter world. How far away is this? This is 32 seconds away. The nice thing about going towards the question marks... Oh, there's a cavern hole. I might go in there. The nice thing about going to the question marks is that they have stuff you can use, and going inside resets your thermal protection. So we'll go inside first, just to make sure that, you know, we're covered. Okay, there we go. So that raises up. The research specimen, get some standing with a Vikine, and then analyze multi-tool tech. What do we got? Beam focus Sigma. Okay. I mean, we need Heridium to repair our ship, so finding Heridium's on our list of things to do anyway. Whether or not we decide to upgrade our multi-tool is another thing entirely. Okay, cannon damage for our ship, which, And one of the more important things to do around here is to save. That takes it off the map as a question mark, makes it a marker. And so we always know where that is. Some of these crates we should be able to pick up. Yeah, cargo drop we can totally do. What do you got for me? Gen kip. Or get kip. Okay. Shielding shard. Nice. And my inventory's full again. That is a problem, is that the exosuit gets full rather quickly. But we can send stuff to our ship as it is. Let's send the Geknip, since I don't need it right now. And maybe... Oh, we need the titanium. We'll send the platinum over. The shielding charge we're gonna need, but we don't need it yet. But we're totally gonna use it. Okay, so what else do we head towards? So we can hit this, and we'll find out another place to go towards. I was looking for another place, but I suppose we can use this too. So, what do? We can create a bypass chip here. This will let us hack very, very simply. So we can hack this signal scanner so that it works for us now. And now we can specify one particular thing we want it to look for. So, for instance, transmission will send us towards a ruin. Monolith will send us to something where we can learn some words in the alien language. Colonial Outpost might be someplace we can trade. And the shelter might be someplace we can trade, but most likely is just going to be some aliens holed up there that we can talk to. Which might still be okay. I think for now, let's just go for transmission. That could be a manufacturing facility too, and if we can go inside, we can get a recipe or two. Let's see what it gives us. We got an observatory. Okay. That's a shelter. I mean, it probably would have given us a shelter anyway. It's about 5 minutes away. That's not too bad. Looks like towards our ship, though. That's not the direction I wanted to go. Usually what I do when I start out is I just pick a direction and keep going. I suppose we can go that way, too. I mean, there's no harm in going towards the shelter. It does mean a little bit of backtracking, which means... I mean, it's not ideal. So what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm going to see if this is a way into the cavern. If it is, I'm going to go inside. It totally looks like a way inside the cavern. Is it a... Oh. Okay, I fell farther than I thought it did. Now, the bonus to this is that our temperature levels have stabilized. The downside of this is that I'm totally incapable of movement. And I can't mine my way out. Okay, how far back can I go here? Not too terribly far. I'm actually just straight up stuck. Yes, yes I am. I'm actually stuck? I mean, how did I get in here in the first place? I can't crouch. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's iron oxide. We can at least mine the iron out, and maybe that'll help us get out. I mean, we need the iron anyway, right? So it's not a big deal. It might have been a bug that got us in here, though. And if it was, well... So the nice thing about saving is that you can just go out and come back in, and it'll go back to where you saved. Now, it doesn't mean you lose all your progress in the interim, but if you barely made any progress, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, the iron's gone. Okay, yep. We can get out this way. Oh, no, damn it. Stupid drones right in my way. I don't know what the heck he was thinking. Alright, well, we at least got... I mean, we keep stabilizing our temperature. Oh, there he is. Okay, we're gonna get rid of you, because you're annoying. I don't think you're actually shooting at me, so that's fine. We got more titanium, that's something. I mean, I like the titanium. The inventory's full, of course it is. Iron is also full. Can I transfer my iron? I can totally transfer my iron. Transfer both those irons, and now I can look at these. Booster clip Sigma, okay. I mean, doing the booster clip that might not be a bad idea. And another neutrino module. That's actually problematic. Okay. Just face towards the wall and press jetpack, and you can zoom right up. One of the benefits of Evolve is that it actually transforms the way jetpacks are used. There's another question mark over there. I think heading away from the ship is actually probably a better idea. And the reason for that is we can call the ship to us later. If we can find something to use a bypass chip on, that will do that. There's some things, I mean, there's some things like the message beacon, or the signal scanner, rather, that we saw that we can hack, and then it'll actually send the ship to us. And I think that's probably ideal. Okay, so if that's what I think that is, we totally want that. Okay, so that is highlighted in green. That probably indicates that it's a neutral metal. Neutral metals are not used in any kind of crafting. They're only used for trade, which can be really good. You can end up getting, like, you know, 200,000 credits for just a couple of minutes work. Okay, gold. Good. That's a high-value neutral metal. So actually we can start mining this and get a good chunk of this for us. And we get it like a slot in our inventory. Oh, right. That's why we do pulses, so we don't overheat. And get a good chunk of this in our inventory. Then if we go towards a trader, wherever that manages to be. How much gold do I have now? I have a good while to go before I'm out of space. I will take as much of this as I can carry. At least in one slot. I don't want to use more than one slot for this. Even though it's valuable, it's also a non-valuable metal because it can't be used in any kind of crafting. The stuff I can use in crafting and need to use in crafting, I obviously need to reserve space for. But this, I can live with this for a while. Slot's almost half full. Now the Sentinels will complain if I mine this too much. I don't know what too much is. I've taken out almost this entire thing and the Sentinel hasn't complained yet. But the Sentinels have scans of what this looked like previous, and then they scan it again and look at me and go, you're carrying a lot of gold on you? Excuse me, sir? We'd like to talk to you? Yeah, gravity doesn't work. There's some things up here that are just never going to fall down. That's just how it goes. I'm getting a good amount of gold for this, though. Okay. About half full. I mean, if I can take the whole thing with me, that'd be great. Our mining laser could use a recharge, though. Okay, what's our mining laser? Okay, life support could also use a recharge. With carbon, sure, why not? Mining laser, though. Mining laser, recharge with carbon, please. Could recharge it with plutonium. It charges a little bit better with plutonium. There seems to be like a hierarchy of metals, of elements, so that things higher up in the hierarchy charge a little bit better. So, for instance, zinc charges are our thermal protection, but titanium charges it better. Carbon can charge our mining laser, but plutonium charges it better. There's just seems to be some kind of hierarchy going on. It's not exactly it's not explicitly stated, I should say, but it's pretty obvious once you get to playing. And here we are in another dearth of fauna, or flora for that matter. No flora at all, which means no zinc flowers we can use to get anything. That's alright, we'll gradually get over here. Yeah, the sentinels are going to pass by every once in a while. They're just going to be noisy. These are... Yeah, thermal protection is a problem, especially this early in the game. Of course, your starting world is randomized. Could be anything. Could be a radiation world. Could be a heat world. Could be a nice temperate forest world. You know, it could happen. I mean, you have about as equal of a chance of that as anything else. Okay, so this is a monolith. This will give us or ask us a question, and we have to answer it correctly in order to get the rewards. What's the question? I don't know. What's the answer? That largely depends on what the question is, so we'll see. See what this is. Usually just click on it. Oh, here we go. Memories of a... Yeah, there we go. So an imprint of ancient civilization was once absorbed by the strange marker. Story of the Viking somehow spills out in the language of my own people. The noble travelers will be spared. Their journey through the cosmos will not be thwarted, so it is decreed. The will of Hercule commands it. The Viking shall honor the judgment, the belief of the ancients. So sure, seek help with language. That was actually one of the easier monoliths. Sometimes you get that. Sometimes they just help with language. So they'll teach us maybe 2 words, sometimes just 1, and give us an increase in standing. There's another question mark over there. I think we head over that way. Okay, there's some platinum flowers. Picking up platinum is good for us. That helps us sell stuff. I mean, we have all the gold. Can I send the gold over? Yes, I can. How many space do we have in a starship? We have 3 spaces. That's debatable, right? Because we need those 3 spaces to make carite sheets. So, we'll make carite sheet now. Okay, so then we go ahead and... Okay, we did that. We can't charge from where we are because we're too far away. That's what it means by starship out of range. So I can send stuff over to it if I have any plutonium on my exosuit, and I do. And I can go back to the starship and then charge it. And there we go, took all of it. And now I need 2 more carite sheets and heridium. I don't have any heridium right now. Where would that heridium be? Could be anywhere. We can look around for it. Could be anywhere. I've actually lost track of when I started this episode. And I didn't set my timer, silly me. But we're going to go ahead and find some heridium, and then we're going to see what else is around this world. I think I have an approximate time, so I think we're about 20 minutes away. That should be enough time to get to this question mark and find another one. And maybe even find some heridium. Now, one thing you can find inside the caverns is heridium. So if we find an opening to the caverns, or we can make an opening to the caverns with enough technology, I will totally do it. We're actually low enough on our thermal protection. I'm thinking of using a shield charge. I think shield charge does 75% protection? Something like that. Somewhere between 50 and 75. We can take more carbon with us because we have the space for it. Okay, there's a lot more carbon there. There we go. Resource deposit detected. So it's trying to help us out now. And saying, hey, look, man, there's iridium over there. Alright. I mean, we're headed more or less in that direction anyway. So sure, why not? It'll only help us out with that when it's part of our quest. Otherwise, it's like, man, I don't know. It'll highlight it. But if we hit C and we find it that way. But the only time you get a thing like that is when it's trying to help you out with the main quest. Hey, dude, we have a guy here. It's not actually scanning him. There we go. Alright, he's fearful grazing creature. Okay, not a carnivore. Good. Carnivores are very dangerous. They will chew you up. Like, literally chew you up. Alright, let's go ahead and use the shield charge we have to help with our protection here. Okay, so that gave us about 60%. Oh, this is really good. Okay, so this drop pod, that's what this is. This usually contains a extra slot for our exosuit, which is great. First one's free, which is also great. So I will totally take that item because it's free. Why not? Subsequent ones will cost upwards of 10,000. The first one costs 10,000. The second one costs 20,000. The one after that costs 40,000, and so on and so forth. Eventually, it'll probably get to the point where it's not worth it, but I have not reached that point yet. So we will totally take whatever we can get. Okay, so yeah, we'll head over here and we'll grab the Iridium as best we can. Wherever the heck it is. Oh, is it inside one of the caverns? Well, shoot, man, I don't even know how to get inside one of the caverns yet. Supposedly it's right in there, though. Okay, there must be a way inside the cavern somewhere around here. Oh, more platinum, I'll take that. I don't think we need more iron right now. Oh, no, it might not be inside one of the caverns. It might just be on the other side of the mountain ridge. Good enough for me. Negative 66, and it's going to be dark soon. Oh, it's farther away than I thought it was. Oh, hello. You look dangerous. Why do you look dangerous? Okay, no, it's a submissive grazing creature. Should be fine. Aw, his nose is itchy. Hey, guy. I mean, he really doesn't look like he should be bipedal. Looks like he's a quadruped that's for some reason standing on his hind legs. But, he seems to be doing fine. Alright, how far away is that marker? That's pretty far. That is 7 minutes away now because I've been walking away from it this whole time. But the Iridium deposit is really more important right now because we want to get the ship in somewhat working order. So we'll go ahead and do that. You'll see this notification down on the bottom right, and it just went away, that I have something waiting for me in the options menu. That is the bonus DLC for people who pre-ordered the game. They get a brand new ship. The trouble with using the ship now, though, is it actually messes up one of the tutorial quests. This particular tutorial quest that we're doing right now. So I will let you know when it's okay to grab it, but right now we're going to have to live with the unredeemed items notification showing up periodically. Okay, so this big square block over here must be full of Iridium. It's giant, blue, and square. That's pretty much the signifying marker of Iridium in this game. Sometimes you see thinner pillars, sometimes they're fatter, sometimes they make up the pillars holding up the ceiling in a cavern, but I mean that's just Iridium right there. We can also hit C and scan it, and now it'll totally identify it and make it mark it all with grids, just like it did for the gold. 200 Iridium isn't actually that much. I mean, it's not the whole thing. It should be like just off the top here, really. Make sure you don't overheat. It being a cold area should actually make it a lot easier not to overheat. We're down to 25 protection already. Okay, we seriously need to get off this freaking planet. The thermal protection only goes so far. Okay, so now we can repair the pulse engine with the sheet. So let's do that. Starship, we should have enough iron on site to be able to pull this off. So, carite sheet. Carite sheet. And then the Iridium we need to transfer over because we're too far away for it to work for this range. And now, notice we can transfer stuff to our starship. I can't actually transfer anything back because it's too far. Okay, so now I have everything I need. So the pulse engine can be fixed. The Thaumium 9, I believe I have some of that for my exosuit. Yep. So transfer that over to the starship. And then the pulse engine can charge up with that. Oh, and that actually fully charged it. Great. I don't have any more plutonium. Actually, do I have anything? exosuit? I do have a little bit. Send it over. And charge the launch thrusters as much as I can. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so what's next? We can... I think the next thing, really, is to keep going for these question marks. And the reason is that our ship is too far away otherwise. And we could go back to it. It's not actually that far. It is 7 minutes away. That's not that bad. But the question marks will have bonus materials for us. It could be another drop pod, which would be great. If it is another drop pod, I don't know if we can afford the next level of suit upgrade, but if we can, great. Oh, and we can totally dive into the caverns here. It doesn't help with question marks though. Huh. Oh no, there's a question mark right there. Okay. How far is that question mark? 1 minute 45 away. Totally gonna do that. Is that hydrate here? Yeah. Gravity is not what you expect. But it's neat, right? That looks very alien. I kind of like that. Oh, and I like that plant over there with the white leaves. That's great. I have no idea what biological process makes that possible, and I don't really care. Alright, use my jump jet to... Oh, okay. Yeah. Totally forgot you were a thing there. Alright, no big deal. Those guys are hard to spot, man. Okay, where's the question mark go? We're headed more or less in the right direction. There it is. Okay, so we have some kind of elevation change to make this work. Should be okay to get there. The problem is we're going to run out of titanium or zinc, one of the two. And then our suit protection is going to go way down, and then our health is going to start to go way down until we get off planet. Now, as we go up in elevation, I believe... I don't know, the temperature doesn't actually get that much worse. Okay, good. I mean, that would be realistic, but that would also make it super difficult, so I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. Oh, I can't even see it yet. Well, hopefully they'll let us bring in our ship. If they do, then we can possibly sell some of our stuff, because most of the places that let us bring in ships are traders. If they're not going to trade with us, though, it might still be beneficial to bring in our ship, because then we can go into space and trade there on one of the space stations. Either way, I think could be good if it lets us call in our ship. It is a drop pod, but I don't think it has a ship call device. I don't see one. Well, can we afford the drop pod? How much money do we have right now? 8,100, not quite enough. Now, we could get some money by selling these locations. And I'm going to do that right now, as soon as this cutscene finishes. But, I mean, I really want to be able to sell the gold and the platinum. So let's go ahead and sell our locations right here. So, I don't want to rename, just upload. Upload you. Now, what about the creatures? These guys we could probably totally rename. Unfortunately, you can't rotate these. I think that would be great. At least I don't know how to rotate these. Arrow keys does nothing, so that doesn't work. So we can rename this. This is like an anteater, I guess. Somewhere between an anteater and a stegosaurus. So we're going to call him an antosaurus. And what about you? You are somewhere between a... I don't know, man. You got some moldy growths on you, which is kind of disturbing. Some kind of symbiosis going on there, I guess. And then some kind of horns on top of you. So we'll call you, the horn mold. I think that works out nicely. And then you're freaky as all hell, dude. You look like a hyena who's decided to walk, which is really scary to me. I don't know why it's that scary, but it is. It's super scary. We'll call you the, Hyena Rex. Because he looks like a T-Rex, but a hyena. Okay, how much did that give us? That gave us enough. We're now at 15K. Which means I can come over here and Do the upgrades. It's going to cost us 10k? 10k. Yep. I will totally do that. Extra slot in the suit. Nothing to sneeze at. Alright. We can go inside the cavern, which might be worth it. There's some zinc right there. Also a sentinel we could take down. Is that zinc? No, that's carbon. I mean, carbon's good too. I'm going to take the plutonium first, though. Oh, and the emerald. That's good too. As long as we're not full up on emerald. Yeah. I'm not going to mine anymore right now. It's okay. You notice it's still blue. It didn't turn red, so we're still okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do thermal protection with titanium. We need the zinc, so I'm not going to do anything with it yet. Mining beam, we're going to recharge with carbon. Okay, so where else are we going to go? Well, our ship's back that way. There looks like there's a knowledge stone over here, so we're going to do the knowledge stone. And then it looks like there's also a question mark right over there, which could be anything. My guess is a base, but it's really hard to tell. At least from this distance. Knowledge stone, impart your knowledge upon me. Viking word for detection. Hard to tell how often that comes up, really, in everyday conversation. You know what I would love? Is a word for hello. Okay? Word for hello would be great. Can we get the word for hello? Or goodbye, or thank you, or, you know, the normal stuff you start languages off with. What the heck is this? Oh, carbon. Okay. So anything that kind of shimmers like that, you can scan and then upload. I suppose I should scan it. What the hell? That one we've already scanned, haven't we? I guess not. Okay. There we go. Scan those, upload those to the database. We had a little bit of money that way. Can I scan this? There we go. Scan a little bit of the fauna. Can I scan one of the trees? There we go. Okay. Get a little bit of money here and there. That means we might be able to afford an next exosuit. That'd be great. Just in case this turns out to be another drop pod. It could happen. It also might mean we're never seeing our ship again. I mean, the planets are supposed to be quote-unquote planet-sized. So, that basically means we could walk pretty much for 30 hours and never see our ship again. Until we manage to call it in. And that's why it's good to, you know, just pick a direction and keep walking. Mostly I walk towards question marks because they're at least, you know, some kind of objective to go towards. Okay, looks like it's like a whole lot of nothing, really. Looks like some, yeah, Alice Pass containers. I still don't know what an Alice Pass is. Okay, well, we saved the location, but there's nothing here, dude. I mean, nothing. Seriously, can I at least analyze these thistles? We'll see. Oh, it grabbed the they grabbed the plant behind it, but that's okay. The large answer there is no. Okay, there's another thing we can scan over here. Might as well pulse over, see what we can find. Oh, this is a zinc plant. Okay, great. I can probably also scan this, because I don't know if I've done that before. There we go. Looks like more iridium over there, which I don't need right now. Pulse around. What else do we see? Another question mark. Okay, keep heading towards the question marks. 2 minutes. Totally doable. It keeps wanting me to leave the planet, which we're totally going to do. I mean, ostensibly, we're headed towards the starship now. How did we miss that question mark? It's more or less on the way to the starship. Starship's 8 minutes away. That's 2 minutes. That means we passed it. I don't remember passing it. I guess it just happened. I mean, the question marks don't just spawn in. They're generated with the planet, so I don't know. Could be anything. I kind of want to go inside one of the caverns, but I also don't want to get lost. And we don't have the ability to punch our way through just yet. A lot of green glowing things. That's neat. A lot of hovering rocks, which is creepy as all hell. You know, just floating there the same way bricks don't. Gravity just does not work the same on this world. That would be very creepy to go to another world and just see rocks hovering in the air. No idea why. Oh, that's a neat ridge. I like the ridge. It's just nice to walk around and see all this stuff. Yeah, 5,000 units. Seems like I've walked farther, but I guess it's not that far. Okay, so our thermal protection's almost gone. Let's go ahead and refill it. Oh, exosuit. There you go. Life support's almost gone. Might as well refill that. I mean, I would love a trader so I can trade away some of the stuff I'm carrying around. And that might actually be what just happened. Okay, this is great. This little device right here, that's what can call our ship. We just need to create a bypass chip, which we can totally do from here. And then we can call in our ship, and it'll arrive from 6 minutes away to 0 seconds away. So let's do it. Hello, ship. Thank you for landing. Now, hopefully this is a trader. It looks like a trading facility. Has a working satellite dish. That's usually a good indication that people are still at the facility and that it's functional. Now, it could just be a shelter, in which case there's not going to be any way to trade. But again, we can always just go into space and trade from there if that's what it comes down to. See if we can find a way inside. There's a way right there. And let's see what we got. I don't see a way to trade in here. I mean, there's a guy we can talk to, but we can barely speak the language. Hello. Liquidator, alright. Yes, I'm an interloper, I agree. I don't know what else you're saying. Grabs in my multi-tool, barking again with my visor, streaking with saliva. Pointing indicator shows element I carry. I can give him the iron. I can't give him anything else, though, because I'm not explicitly carrying it, because it's all on my ship. Okay, that's apparently what he wanted, because he... Okay, Viking word for warp. I'm sure that's useful somehow. And multi-tech for reloading. Alright. Not going to install that, thank you. And nothing else, right? Because these are probably all locked. Yes, I don't have an Atlas pass, so I can't do that. Oh, but I can do this. This will probably give me something else. 1702, 7021, 0217. That does look like it's still moving to the left, so next one will be 2170. And there we go. And we probably found a location of ruins. That's usually what that ends up being. Yep. Totally found some ruins. Okay. Well, we can't trade from here, but we can totally go into space and do it from there. So I'm going to go to my ship, and we're going to launch into space, but that's going to be next episode. Meantime, I'm totally going to steal this. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go ahead and save one more time just to make sure that we start off the next episode right where we left off. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been No Man's Sky. I'm PC Universe. You're PC Universe 2. And I'll see you guys next time.